In this tutorial, I will be discussing another command in SQL, that is alter command, and that is also a kind of DDL command. It is basically used for modifying or changing the structure of any existing table, where changing means that we may require to add a new column in existing table, or we may require to drop or remove any column from the table, or sometimes we may want to drop or remove the constraints that are already applied on the table. So if we want to do such type of changes in the structure of the table, then alter command is used. One important thing about the alter command is that when you will be making some changes in the table, then the data stored in that table must be able to cope up with the new changes. That is, suppose I want to apply a new constraint on my table and where some data is already present. Let us say the new constraint is unique and the data which is present in that column where I am going to apply this unique constraint is duplicate in nature. That is, we can say that there are duplicate values. Then obviously when we will be applying this unique constraint on that existing column, will be creating a conflict and will not be applied there. Similarly, when we are adding new column in the table and suppose we want to add that new column as not null, that will not be again feasible, because when we will be adding a new column and we already have some values present there for previous columns or existing columns in the table, then the new column will be definitely having null values for corresponding to all such values which are present there in the table. So if we want to apply alter command, we need to be cautious about the data which is already present in the table. So let us try to execute some commands, some examples based on alter command. Let us see what are the tables available with us. If I want to see what are the tables available there in my table space, then I can use this command. So I have these. So let us take the example of student table. First, we see the data that is present there in the table. So this is the data there in table. We have student name, roll number, gender and marks. Suppose we want to alter this table and we want to add father's name in this table. So for that we need to use that alter command, alter table. Name of the table is student and I want to add a new column, so I will be using add column name is father name, its definition. You may also mention some constraints here if you want to apply. So the table student is altered. Now see the contents of student table. Now you will see that there is one column, that is father's name, attached at the last of this existing table, and there is nothing present there in the father name. That means a null value is there for the existing students in that table. Now if we want to apply, if you try to apply not null on this new column, let us say mother name, want to add the mother name this time. So it will generate this runtime issue that table must be empty to add mandatorily not null column. So if we be applying this type of the constraints that are not being satisfied by existing values, so we will be getting this type of runtime issues. So you need to take care how we can apply a constraint or not on the data through this alter command. Now suppose I want to apply some constraint on existing data, and let us say that constraint is not violating one, or existing data will be satisfied with that constraint. Let us see the data from the table first. Here we have this data: student name, roll number and gender. Let us check if there is any constraint applied on that table. There is no constraint applied on the values, so let us try to apply the constraint on this roll number, and let us say the constraint is not null, and obviously there is no null value present in roll number previously. We want that the new values too will be satisfying this constraint, so we'll be using that alter command again, and then I want to modify that roll number column. So I should use modify attribute with this alter table command, modify roll number. Yes, when we are modifying any column, there are many options. Sometimes we may be interested in increasing the size of the column, like if I want to increase this size from 10 to 20, that is also possible. Or sometimes we may be trying to reduce the size, but here you need to be cautious again, that when we will be reducing the size, then again there may be some conflicts, because values that are present there should be able to fit in that new size. So we are going to add a new constraint to this. Since I want to make this roll number as not null now, and I also want to change its size, so I will be giving this new size here. Otherwise you need to mention here the previous or the old size. So now I need to execute this command, and now we have altered the definition of this roll number. How we can drop any column or remove any column from the table? For that we can use drop column command. Drop column, and let us say we want to drop this roll number from the table. Now the table is altered. See the data. Now there is no column with this roll number, with this name roll number. Yes, we can also drop the constraints or the integrity constraints from the table by using this alter command. But for that we must know the unique names of the constraints that we have applied on this table, and how we can give the unique names to the constraint. Let us see the example for that first. Like I want to apply this not null constraint on, let us say, gender. Modify column, that is gender. Let us say varchar not 510, and I want to give a unique constraint to the not null that I will be applying here. Why the unique? We may be having multiple constraints of the similar type within the same table. Like when I am applying a not null on gender, the not null may also have been applied on the student name, and maybe on this marks or the father name also. So which particular not null we are talking about, that is to be identified by using these unique names. So I want to give this let us say GCK, that is the gender constraint for this constraint which I am applying on this gender, and let us say the constraint is not null. When we want to modify the constraint that are applied on any table, we must be able to identify those constraints uniquely. And why this unique identification is required? That is basically needed when we have multiple columns there in a table and the same type of the constraint is applied on multiple columns. For example, we may be having not null constraint here also, not null in gender also, and on marks and father names also. So which particular not null we are talking about, we must be able to find out that, and for that we need to give some name to that constraint. So if we want to identify the constraints by unique names, then we must use this constraint keyword before that constraint name, and we need to give some identification to that constraint. Like here, not null constraint on this gender column will be identified by this GCK. Okay. So let us see how we can use this information. So now again the tables, that is student table, has been modified or altered, and now this constraint not null has been applied on this gender, and we can identify this constraint by GCK. If later on I want to drop this constraint, sometimes I want to relax the values that I will be entering in this table. In that case, instead of deleting that we can say the column, then we may be dropping that constraint that is applied on that column. So let us see how we can drop that constraint. So I know the name of the constraint, that is GCK. I need to alter this table again, and then I need to apply this drop command, that is drop and then the constraint. And the constraint is GCK. Now, because I am able to identify that constraint by this GCK, so it will be removing that constraint from that gender column. So in this way we can use the alter command for different purposes, like to add a new column, to drop a column, or to modify any existing column, or to add or drop the constraints on any existing columns. So hope you understood the concept of alter command, and now you are able to modify the structure or the definition of the table as per your requirements. If you like the video, please click on the like button and do subscribe the channel. Thank you.